Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, The Little Happiness Diary of Bai and Quote. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't and oppose. Like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. Every morning, before the sun fully stretches across the sky, Bai is already awake. I don't need an alarm clock anymore. I have the soft thump-thump of a tail hitting the side of my bed. It's rhythmic, patient, and impossibly optimistic, like someone gently knocking on the door of a brand new day. Bai doesn't bark to wake me up. He sits. He sits beside my bed with perfect posture, his small golden-brown body glowing faintly in the early light. His ears twitch at every sound. A motorbike passing outside, a bird arguing with another bird, my slow, reluctant breathing. When I finally open my eyes, he tilts his head as if to say, "Ah, there you are. I was waiting." That is how our mornings begin. If I could write a diary, I imagine the first line of every page would be, "Today, I get to be with my human again." We go for a walk around the neighborhood. The street is ordinary, cracked sidewalks, sleepy shop owners rolling up metal doors, aunties sweeping fallen leaves into neat piles. But through Bai's eyes, it becomes a festival of smells and stories. He pauses at the same tree every day, sniffing deeply as if reading yesterday's news. He examines every corner like a detective with a fluffy tail. Sometimes he finds nothing. Sometimes he finds a mysterious leaf and proudly carries it for half the walk, as if it were treasure. I used to scroll through my phone during these walks. Emails, news, endless updates. But one morning, I noticed something. Bai had stopped walking. He wasn't distracted. He wasn't tired. He was waiting for me. He looked back with soft eyes, silently asking for my presence. Not just my body holding the leash, but me. So I put my phone away. That morning felt different. The sky looked softer. The air felt cooler. The sound of his tiny paws tapping the pavement became a kind of music. Bai's happiness isn't loud or dramatic. It's found in small rituals. The first sip of fresh water, the squeak of his favorite toy, the way I say "good boy" in a warm voice. If he truly kept a diary, I think his morning entry would end like this. Today, the world smelled interesting. My human smiled at me. That is enough. And somehow, that feels like a complete story already. By afternoon, Bai becomes a little explorer. Our house is not big. There are no grand gardens or wide open fields. But to Bai, every corner holds possibility. The space under the table becomes a cave. The curtain, moving with the wind, becomes a mysterious creature. A cardboard box becomes a castle. Once, I found him staring intensely at a beam of sunlight on the floor. He lifted his paw slowly and tried to catch it. When it disappeared under his shadow, he looked confused, then delighted, as if he had discovered a new magic trick. I laughed out loud. There is something about watching a dog be fascinated by light that makes your heart softer. In the afternoons, I usually work at my desk. My world is filled with deadlines, responsibilities, and quiet pressures I don't always talk about. Sometimes my shoulders tense without me noticing. Bai notices. He walks over quietly and rests his chin on my knee. No demands. No barking. Just warmth. It is as if his diary would read. My human is thinking too hard. I will sit here until they remember to breathe. And I do breathe. There are studies about how animals reduce stress, about how petting a dog lowers blood pressure and releases calming hormones. But those are scientific words for something much simpler: connection. When I stroke Bai's fur, I am reminded that I exist in a living world, not just a digital one. He responds instantly to kindness. He mirrors my mood. If I speak gently, he relaxes. If I sound irritated, his ears droop slightly. Living with Bai has made me more aware of my own energy. Animals do not understand our complicated human language. They understand tone, rhythm, intention. They feel what we carry. One afternoon, after a particularly stressful day, I sighed loudly and rubbed my face in frustration. Bai ran to his toy basket, grabbed his most ridiculous squeaky duck, and dropped it at my feet. The duck squeaked loudly. I stared at it, then at him. His tail wagged cautiously, as if he were offering a fragile solution. I picked it up and squeaked it once. He exploded into joyful chaos. And just like that, my heavy mood cracked open. If Bai's diary had a page titled "Mission, Cheer Up Human," it would probably say, "Success. The duck worked." But what he doesn't know is this. He did much more than make me laugh. He reminded me that play is not childish. It is healing. Through him, I relearned the art of pausing, the art of kneeling on the floor without embarrassment, the art of celebrating small victories, like catching a toy midair. In Bai's world, nothing is too small to matter. And that is revolutionary. At night, the house grows quiet. The lights dim. The street sounds fade. The world slows down. Bai curls up beside me on the couch, his body forming a warm comma against my leg, like a pause in a long sentence. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about as he drifts toward sleep. Does he replay the walk, the sunlight, the squeaky duck? Or does he simply feel safe? There is a particular look Bai gives me before he closes his eyes. It is soft and steady, trusting, completely open. That look carries no doubt, no suspicion, no fear of tomorrow. It says, I belong here. And that is one of the most powerful gifts an animal can give a human. The feeling of being chosen every single day. Caring for Bai has changed me in ways I did not expect. It has made me more patient. I cannot rush him when he is scared of thunder. I cannot explain to him why I am busy. I must show him consistency through actions. Feeding him on time. Taking him out even when I feel tired. Speaking kindly even when my day has been hard. Love, I have learned, is not a dramatic declaration. It is repetition. It is showing up. It is refilling the water bowl without being asked. Animals depend on us completely. That responsibility is sacred. When humans choose to bring an animal into their lives, we are not just gaining companionship. We are accepting stewardship. Bai does not know about money, success, or status. He does not care about achievements or failures. He cares about presence. And in caring for him, I have rediscovered parts of myself that were hidden under busyness. Now, when I think about the little happiness diary of Bai, I realize something. It is not just his diary. It is ours. Each day is a page written in small acts of kindness, shared walks, gentle touches, patient waiting, playful moments. In today's fast and demanding world, we often chase big milestones. Promotions, recognition, bigger houses, louder achievements. We measure success in numbers, but Bai measures life differently. He measures it in tail wags, in minutes spent together, in the comfort of a familiar voice. And perhaps we need that reminder more than ever. In our current lives, where screens glow brighter than sunsets and schedules leave little room for stillness, we can learn from animals like Bai. We can practice being fully present with those we love. We can replace impatience with empathy. We can choose responsibility over convenience when it comes to caring for animals. If you have a pet, treat them not as decoration but as family. Understand their needs. Protect their well-being. Create routines that make them feel secure. If you do not have a pet, you can still apply these lessons. Listen deeply, respond gently, and celebrate small joys. Volunteer at shelters. Support humane treatment. Teach children to respect animals, not fear or dominate them. The relationship between humans and animals should be built on compassion, not control. When we treat animals with kindness, we strengthen our capacity for kindness toward each other. Bai's simple happiness teaches me that fulfillment is not found in having more, but in caring more, in slowing down, in noticing, in choosing love daily and deliberately. And perhaps, if we all kept a little diary of small happiness, just like Bai, we would discover that the most meaningful life is one where humans and animals grow gentler together.